Hello, welcome to the stream. We're giving the sound a little bit of a test, just running it through its paces, making sure everything is A-OK. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're giving the sound a little bit of a test, just running it through its paces, making Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and welcome to the stream. Hopefully everything is working at the moment. Hopefully, anyway. Fingers crossed. Just gonna wait for a bit so we can actually see what is happening. Okie doke. Okay, we're just waiting it to catch up to real time. It is indeed working. That is very, very encouraging. Where are we going to start? Where are we going to start, indeed? Why? What? What is happening? Why can't we zoom in here? Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Albert Potato. You are watching Democracy 3. And yeah, if you're wondering what on earth is going on, well, we are streaming at the moment. That was primarily directed at the people that are probably going to watch this on YouTube at a later date. But let us not worry about that for now. Let us not be concerned with the future. Let us only get right into what is actually happening. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what country people want to see. Any suggestions for anything? Any suggestions? You know, leave me a comment in the chat if you actually want to see something, because I'm up for taking suggestions, and you know, it only works if you guys participate as well. So by all means, get your suggestions in about who we should play as, and yeah, we can see what we want to do. And as far as I'm concerned, I feel like playing an America one. I feel like America, the United States, would be a good one to do. I mean, it has been requested, so I feel that, you know, that would be pretty appropriate to do. So I think we're probably just gonna go ahead and do that, actually. Okay, yeah, let's go and play as the United States. The party name, I think we're gonna go as the Democrats. That's, of course, you know, an American party. And we'll be against the Republicans. Let's keep it traditional here. Term limit of 2, that's, you know, that's fine, that's fair enough. Because that's obviously what we want to be going for. Because that's how it is in real life. So let's keep with that. And let's click the play button and get down to business. Let's see what's happening. And hopefully we can turn the country around and turn it into a truly fantastic country. Okay. Whoa, I don't want a tutorial. I don't need a tutorial. Who does the game think I am? Jeez. Okay, begin term in office. Oh, wowee. It has been a while since I've played, but that does not mean my enthusiasm for democracy has dissipated in the slightest. So immediately, right off the bat, we can see that we have quite significant problems in the law and order area of things, which is, you know, not great. We've also got a slight little homelessness crisis going on up in the top right-hand corner there. That's fair enough. We've also got a little problem with pollution, which is costing us a lot of money, actually. And of course, we've got a skill shortage. Okay, so the thing with America is the fact that you start with an absolute... Stop it! I don't need a tutorial. Come on. Yeah, you start with an absolute truckload of debt. This is our debt, this blue line here. And as you can see, $3.1 billion in debt. Okay, so that is quite significant, and something that does scare me a little bit. But, you know, it's not too terrible. Obviously, this is the first turn, and we're going to be discussing what sort of style we want to adopt. If you got any suggestions for the style, then make sure you leave it in the chat. A Canadian religious totalitarian state. That is probably a good idea, and we're probably going to do that at a future date. I will actually get a pen and take a note of that right now, because I really like that idea. But for now, what sort of playstyle are we going to play with America? You've got to help me decide. So leave a thingy in the chat. Okay, Canadian religious totalitarian state. That is noted. That is noted for next time, for sure. Okay, yeah, as I was saying, stop it. I don't need a breakdown of anything, thank you very much. So yeah, as I was saying, we do have a truckload of debt, which is rather worrying. The global economy looks like it's peaking, so we may be in for pretty tough times in the future. We'll have to wait and see. And relative GDP is moderate, but it could be a damn sight higher, so we're definitely going to be working towards that as well. However, our interest rate is low. It's not as low as it could be. However, how much are we spending on debt interest? 24.93 billion. That's not that much, to be honest. A liberal socialist playthrough. I do indeed like that idea. It has been a while since we've tried to create the socialist states of America, so we might as well give that a shot. Okay, so we've got 26 political capital, and effectively we've got a truckload of debt. You know, traditionally, maybe even communist. Communism is hard because the difference between communism and socialism is, to my understanding, a communist revolution would be a revolution that involved violence, whereas a socialist revolution would be, or the idea of a socialist a socialistic system is a system that is like communism, except without the violent overthrow. Perhaps, I don't know. But communist, yes, that is something that we're definitely going to go for. Definitely looking forward to a very, very left-wing United States. Obviously, that's not something that we really see because, you know, traditionally, United States has been much more right-wing than has been left-wing. So we're definitely going to get down to business and try to make it much more socialist. The percentage of the population that is actually socialist is actually 53%, which I think is rather unrealistic. But you know what? I'm not complaining if we've got that head start already. That's great, as far as I'm concerned. What's more is a problem is the fact that capitalists are very, 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 very trigger happy, shall we say. They do enjoy forming the little extremist Battenberg group and causing us quite significant problems. So that's not great. But you know, hey ho, we've got our challenges cut out. And that's fair enough, and hopefully it'll all go well. Also, if the sound levels are a little bit off, then, you know, give me a shout and tell me if I can change them or whatever, because I definitely can change them. Okay, so, the debt is, you know, traditionally for more socialistic parties, at least in the United Kingdom anyway, debt has never really been a focus or a key policy. It really wasn't a big issue. I mean, you know, if you had high debt, then that means you had high investment, and investment was always very important to the sort of socialistic side of things. Debt for me is always a problem because it always spirals out of control, in this game especially. And yeah, I mean, we're spending 1.9% of our expenditure on debt interest at the moment. I think, you know what, we continue in this manner until debt interest goes above 5%, I say, and then we start tackling the debt crisis. But until then, you know what? Screw it. Let's ignore it. Let's be negligent and ignorant and ignore it. Okay, so first priority is probably sorting some of our social problems. I think homelessness is one of the more easy things to solve. How much is it going to cost for us to introduce state housing? State housing is actually very, very possible to introduce right now, and also it's quite popular as well, so that's going to be great. Potential costs up to 203 billion. Well, that is quite a lot of dosh. Yeah, that is quite a lot of dosh. That would be around a sixth of what we're currently spending. Maybe let's not fund it to the max. Let's just fund it. You know, fund it to a certain degree. I also have no idea what this dead hand does. I think this was a mod I installed. Yeah, probably. We'll discuss that later. Raise income tax to 60%. Raising income tax is actually something that I would be very, very interested in doing. How much is that going to cost to raise? It's going to cost 30 political capital to raise, so that's not something that we can actually do this turn. But yes, I think you are completely correct. We could completely subsidize. The state housing, public housing, through an increase in income tax. I think, you know, yeah, definitely, that is both appropriate and completely possible. How much political capital are we going to get per turn? Come on, I don't need a tutorial. What are you playing at? Capital per turn, capital currently available, 26. So if we introduce state housing this turn, then we will have more than enough political capital next turn to bump up income tax and hopefully use that to offset the cost of state housing. Obviously, we want homelessness to get just to go away, as far as I'm concerned. Capitalists obviously will not like this, but we really don't have a choice as far as I'm concerned. I think we should probably fund it up to about, what, 175 billion? I think that's probably more than enough to solve our homelessness crisis for now. I mean, it's going to reduce it by around a third, so I see that as a pretty good step in the right direction, so we're going to give that a go for sure. Okay. Okie doke. What is next on the agenda of things to solve? There's not really that much that I'm really interested in solving, to be honest, because I'm quite happy with the way that things are going. I mean, mostly. I mean, obviously the law and order sort of things are really iffy, I would say. They're not great, but they're not exactly terrible. I mean, we're in a bad position, but we're not in a terrible position. I suppose we could probably think about bumping up expenditure in the police force. I think that that's probably a pretty good idea. It is going to cost us a little bit more money, but only another 20 billion or so. So that's really not that much in terms of anything, really, is it? Let's apply the changes. It's only going to be 4 political capital. We should have more than enough. We should have more than enough political capital to actually increase income tax in the next turn. Also, something that I would be interested in is actually, let's just have a look for it. Where is it? Tax a. Where is it? A flat income tax. Almost unanimously unpopular. Very, very unpopular, actually. But you know, at the same time, it's good. It's something that we can think about doing in the future. Yeah, I think we're going to leave that there for now. What is our maximum political capital? Capital currently available. Our maximum is 0. Well, that doesn't seem right. Well, let's go to the next turn and see what happens. Not entirely sure what's going to happen, actually. Come on, I do not need any help, thank you, buddy. Okay, so the credit rating has been downgraded, obviously because we've got more debt. That means we're going to be paying substantially more debt interest, which is, of course, terrible as far as I'm concerned, but hey-ho, doesn't matter. The global economy is doing well. I don't think it's going to be doing well for much longer, but hey-ho, and our expenditure just jumped up very, very massively. So that is worrying, but hey-ho. What is our maximum amount of political capital? 54, that's fair enough. Let us bump up income tax. We're going to bump it up by about, we're going to bump it up to 1 trillion. So that's 1,000 billion. Middle income families are going to really dislike us for this. That's fair enough. You know, I don't like tax either. Nobody likes tax as far as I'm concerned. Capitalists obviously are going to start to seriously not like us. And also liberals. If we're going to go a liberal socialist sort of route, then we're going to have to be very socially liberal. Which is pretty worrying. I mean, obviously there's not always a direct correlation between liberalism and socialism. But often there is. For example, in China, gay rights, they're still pretty repressed. Liberals would see themselves very in favor of gay rights, but that's just one of those things, I guess, that we want to create the country that we want to create, and we are definitely going to become more socially liberal. Yeah, I probably should have raised the raised income tax to 60%, but I really don't want to piss off people. I really do not want to piss off people, and capitalists are going to start to get very, very unhappy with us. So we need to be very, very wary of upsetting them, because otherwise they get mad and they form the Battenberg Group and they kill us. So yeah, that's worrying. State housing is going to take effect, and hopefully it's going to take a nice big chunk out of homelessness. So that is something that we've got to look forward to. Poverty and unemployment are both on the agenda to solve, and one of the primary ways of solving poverty is actually by introducing food stamps wherever the hell they are. Do we have food stamps in place, actually? Yes, we do. Well, let's scale up food stamps to the max. It's only going to cost us an extra, what, 6 billion or so? So, nothing to complain about there. Sweet. Okay, good. That's done. Obviously, the police force should be getting to work on the antisocial behavior. It is indeed. Alcohol consumption. This is costing our country a lot of money. A lot of money, but at the same time... Well, actually, I suppose we don't... to be honest, if we want to... if we want to sort of to be strict, either liberals or socialists, I mean, what would we sort of go down the route? I mean, you have to answer me this in the comments. What would we go down the route of enforcing a ban on alcohol? Well, not a ban on alcohol, but a reduction in consumption. So we'd tax alcohol quite heavily. That would probably be seen as anti-liberal, but at the same time, that would be seen as very perhaps socialist, because it would be for the better good of society and whatever. Well, maybe not socialist, actually, maybe more communist. But yeah, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Pollution is also a little bit of a problem. The environmentalists, I did not want to see the environmentalists. I don't really care about environmentalists. Pollution controls are in place, and I think that I don't really know. I don't really know. Car usage is something that we can obviously work on getting down over time, but, you know, transport policies and the like, but, you know, whatever. We'll get them down eventually. Let's go to the next turn. Let's see what is happening. Ban alcohol adverts. No, we are going to reject the ban. Very much so. That is anti-liberal. And what percentage? Okay, our income just jumped up there. What percentage of our expenditure is now being spent on debt repayment? Debt interest 2.5%. So we're still a fair way off that 5% mark that I alluded to. Middle income, obviously, people are not so hot on us at the moment, but hey ho. Inheritance tax is apparently really good, but it doesn't raise us that much money. It just makes people unhappy. It does increase the number of socialists that we can convert. And it doesn't annoy capitalists, so that's actually somewhat surprising. I think we're actually probably going to stick inheritance tax up, because that is gonna mean socialism will be rampant in the streets. That's exactly what we're after. Obviously, socialists are who we're trying to appease in this playthrough. Look at our debt: 3,467.75 billion. That is an absolute truckload as far as I'm concerned. Drug addiction. You know, hopefully, I'm just hoping that the police force is actually going to start to work down most of these problems slowly over time. That would be really nice, actually. We do have a couple more points to spend before we can go on to the next turn. Conservatives are liking us. Middle-income folk. Middle-income folk are not so hot on us. Homelessness crisis. Yeah, it's not so good, is it? It's really not so good. Oh my goodness, we've got a lot of stuff to sort out, don't we? But we always have a lot of stuff to sort out. That's just the way things are. Rent controls, that they might help, and they're quite socialistic, I suppose, but I'm not really interested in doing that. Young entrepreneur scheme, that's a possible. A tax. I feel that we need to introduce a tax. I'm in a good mood for a tax. What do we want? A plastic bag tax? That seems completely irrelevant and completely ridiculous. Yeah, and you do make a good point. Only a fifth of the actual US debt. I mean, what is it? I think it's around 16 trillion. 16 trillion. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, but yeah, 16 trillion. That's the actual US debt, and we only have a third of that. So, so I suppose we could just continue going up and up and up and up and up. But then we would eventually have a debt crisis, and that is, you know, not my idea of a good time. But hey ho, we'll see what happens. Okay. Okie doke. What is next on the agenda? We don't want to give. Well, I suppose we should probably want to give people free eye tests. Yeah, I mean we've got a little bit of a surplus, so yeah. Okay, great. Okay, capitalists are going to be slightly annoyed by this. Socialists are going to like it. Wealthy people are going to be annoyed. It's going to reduce poverty though. So it's almost good overall, but it's definitely worthwhile. Hello to everybody in the chat. How you all doing? I'm doing pretty good. We are playing as the USA. We're going for a sort of liberalistic socialist approach. It's pretty crazy. Okay, Homelessness is reducing. That's great. That's really good. A skills shortage. Education is not where it needs to be. Well, I guess we just bump up spending in state schools. It's absolutely going to shatter. Absolutely going to shatter the private schools, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't care. Education is going to be all state-run if we're a socialist state, so that's fine as far as I'm concerned. That's not my problem. Not my problem. We don't need private schools around here. We do not need private schools around here. Okay, poverty is down. Crime is down. Health is absolutely tragic, as you would probably imagine in America. I mean, the system that they've got over there, the insurance-based system, is pretty bad. Is pretty damn bad. Obviously, Americans sort of see the UK as an outsider in terms of healthcare. They see us as having socialized or socialists' healthcare. Yeah, it's pretty different. It's just you know, just a different way of life. But something that I'm almost certain about is a completely private system does not work, as far as I'm concerned. Nope, it does not. Oh, I killed Fred 909. I think I did I mod you? I think I modded you. Oh my goodness, I can't remember that. It's been such a long time. Oh my goodness, it has been an absolute age. Oh, it's good to see you back. It's good to see everybody back. All the 5 people we've got watching. The 5 amigos. The 5 amigos. Fantastic. Homelessness is going down. That's awesome. Pollution is dipping, which is actually rather nice. It's good to see. Skill shortage should hopefully be sorted out by the fact that we've now just pumped our state education system full of money. Hopefully the private schools won't be too decimated, but you know, I think they will be probably. But that's just the way things are. That's just the way that life goes. Ghettos are slowly climbing down, but not as fast as I would like. You've been modded for 3 months, but you can come to the streams. Yeah, sorry, no, we really haven't had any streams in an absolute age, and I have no idea why, because it's absolutely fantastic. Streaming is awesome. It is a really great way to interact with you guys. Okay. Good. Drug addiction is on the way down. That's what we like to see. We do not like people to be addicted to drugs. And at the same time, we sort of want to open narcotics up to sort of, you know, more mainstream people. I mean, they are completely outlawed at the moment, but at the same time, you know, we're trying to appease the liberals. Conservatives won't like us, parents won't like us, but liberals will. I do want to legalize cannabis. I definitely do. I think that is definitely in our interest, but it looks like we're not going to be able to do it this turn, so I guess we're just going to skip it for now. But on the plus side, poor people are loving us. Obviously, that's you know, that's a trademark part of socialism is you know, working class people are much more involved in politics and are much more fairly represented. Liberals are still against us. Death penalty. Can we cancel the death penalty? I mean, we all know that that death penalty is absolutely terrible. And should be abolished if we can. Making all drugs legal, get everyone hooked, and then tax the hell out of it. I like that idea. Can we do that? I damn well hope so. Well, let's have a look. Drug addiction. So conservatives would not like us, but liberals would like us, which is nice, and parents would also not like us by around 12%. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Yeah, you know what, I think, you know, let's hold on to our political capital, and yeah, you know, this is fine, political capital. Let's hold on to our political capital for next turn, and fingers crossed, we're gonna legalize all drugs. Okay, great. Vigilante mobs is ended. Fantastic. Unemployment is down, crime is down, and poverty is down. What a fantastic turn for everybody. Okay, and the economic forecast is, well, the global economy is going down. Our debt is slowly looking like it's going to start going down, but not fast enough as far as I'm concerned. Our debt interest is 2.4% of our income, which is, you know, that's actually not too shabby. I'm quite happy with that. I think I might have said before half of you guys arrived, but I would be quite happy with just keeping this level of debt interest, or I'm quite happy having debt. As far as I'm concerned, debt is fine. That's a fairly essential part of the socialist system, having debt and investing in the economy and stuff. But if it goes above 5% of income, then I would realize that that's a problem and fix that. So that's fair enough. Okay. Obviously, we do not really want to be taxing the poor, although we probably could and make an absolute fortune from it, but I'm not that sort of person. Because we are playing as a socialist sort of state, so we do need to make sure that we're not taxing the poor. Road building, we can scale right back. That's always one of these things that we can just scale right back. Apart from traffic congestion, we really don't have anything else to worry about, and not to mention we save like an absolute truckload a literal truckload. We'd save like, what, 60 billion or something. Well, we'll think about doing that in a minute. What were we going to do? I can't remember what we were going to do. Ah, yes, I remember what we were going to do. We were going to legalize all drugs. You know what? I think this is probably one of the stupidest things that we're going to do this playthrough. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's absolutely do it. Legalize all drugs. Drugs are all legal. I guess we're just going to have this reoccurring problem of drug addiction. But to be honest, it doesn't actually do much. I mean, it boosts crime by what? 12%? Productivity's down. Health is down a little bit. And parents are pissed off at us. I don't care. That's not my problem. Okay. Okie doke. We've got 15 political capital to burn. And it's going to cost 18 to get rid of the road building sort of mechanics and stuff. That's fair enough. We're going to get 21 political capital next turn. That's going to be nice. How much political capital do we need to get rid of the death penalty? To cancel, we need 54. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The death penalty. Probably one of the dumbest things in the world. Bringing back slavery is not on the agenda, unfortunately. I don't even think you can do that in this game. So shame on you. Shame on you, kid. Shame on you. Okay, ghettos are ending slowly-ish, I think. Antisocial behavior is coming down. That's always nice to see. That is good. That is good. And internet crime is still at a high. I feel that scaling back the intelligence services is probably something that liberals would be in favor of. But at the same time, you get a really good reduction in crime if you spend money on intelligence. Homelessness. How is homelessness coming along? That is going down quite fast actually. It's not too shabby. Currently, it's costing us 234 million. That's pocket change. That is absolute pocket change. We need to be spending more money. We need to be spending way more money. That's how socialist states work, as far as I'm concerned. Yep. Okay. I don't need anything. I don't even need this. Why did I click on that? I need finances. That's what I want. Okay. So state pensions, state housing. We're spending a lot of money on that. State schools. I think we're spending the max on that, or we will be eventually. Student laptops. Wow. That is quite expensive. Selling people is bad. No. Not good. Not on the agenda. Not ever. Not ever. No, I can't. No, I don't want to sell the homeless people. Come on. Jeez, are you some sort of a monster? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't need tutorials. Come on, stop. So we're pretty much getting all of our income from income tax. That's fair enough, I suppose. We need to be spending a lot more money. We need to be spending a lot more money. What can we bump up spending? A space program? Yeah, we could bump up spending in the space program, but we don't really have enough political capital to do that at this very moment in time. Alcohol abuse is costing us quite a lot, actually. 3.1% of GDP. Road building, we need to scale back road building next turn. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of stuff to do. Foreign aid. Oh my goodness, we could do this. Patriots. Yeah, I don't really want to upset the Patriots, but you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Patriots are already super happy with us anyway, so it's fair enough doing that. Okay, criminalize child labor or leave the law unchanged. Tell me what you want to do in the comments. Tell me what you want to do in the comments. Should I leave it unchanged, or should I criminalize child labor? Okay. And when I say the comments, I do of course mean the chat, because we're on Twitch, we're not on YouTube. However, this will be going on YouTube if you're interested. You can check it out on youtube.com/user/orbitpotato. That's right. Okay, ghettos. How are ghettos doing? I think we've checked up on ghettos this turn. We've done a lot of stuff. We've done a lot of stuff this turn actually. Okay. Freedom to all. Well, that still doesn't tell me if we should actually leave this law unchanged or criminalize child labor. I still don't know. I still do not know. I think, you know what, we're going to criminalize child labor. I think that seems like the most socialistic sort of approach to do. Yeah, screw it, let's do it. Okay. No. No. No, you should be capturing the homeless people and creating a breeding system or a breeding program to breed out witnesses to create super soldiers. That sounds like a movie, and B sounds very, very illegal and very, very morally questionable, I would say. Not to mention, like, Nazi-esque. Oh well. Okay, budget report. How is the budget report doing? The global economy is going down the shitter as far as I'm concerned. Going down the shitter. Okay. Oh my goodness. Road building is something that we want to scale back. Well, do we actually? It's going to reduce unemployment. I feel we no. Let's not touch road building for now. We need to be spending more. We need to be spending way more cash. I want to be more and more in debt. I want to be heavily in debt. Come on, that's what socialist states are all in debt. So let's do it. I mean, you know, screw it. Not even socialist states are in debt. America is like 16 trillion in debt. So screw it. If we can spend a little bit more dosh on whatever it is. Science funding. Yep. Fuck it. Let's bump that up. It's going to reduce unemployment as well, which is lovely, lovely, lovely. What else? What else can we spend? Can we spend cash on? Food stamps? No. Intelligence services? Technology grants? Technology grants. Yeah, let's keep doing that. Let's bump that up. Awesome. How much political capital do we have now? A space station. A space station is a really good call. That's going to happen next turn. And probably a Mars program. That's also probably going to happen. Because that's actually going to offset the number of people that are... The number of patriots that are upset with us. Let's have a look at capitalists. Are they okay? Yeah, they're alright. That's fair enough. Membership. Labor laws and small business grants. Both of these need to go as far as I'm concerned. Labor laws and small business grants. Yeah, let's try to get rid of those. Okay, pro-employer. This is probably realistically where the United States is at currently. Very, very heavily pro-employer. Let's move that slider back. Okay. Capitalists are going to be a little bit annoyed with us, but at the same time, just look at what we can do. Look at what we can do. Okay, we'll have to do that next turn. We've got a lot to do next turn, actually. We've got a lot to do next turn. And we need to spend a few more points of political capital. So what do we actually want to do? In fact, no, let's screw it. Let's not do that. In fact, let's have a look at drug addiction. Drug addiction is going through the roof. Absolutely through the roof. That's fair enough. I'm not concerned by that. That's not an issue for me. Let's go to the next turn. Debt protection law. We're going to limit agency activity because that's purely what a socialist sort of state would actually do, I think. So that is nice indeed. Okay, let's go to the next turn. Okay. Rah! A stress epidemic. Doctors have warned that our businesses are working people too hard. Well, that's a-okay with me, buddy. Because as far as I'm concerned, labor laws are about to get a whole ton more pro-union. That's right. That's right. We're now 100% pro-union. And capitalists are going to be very, very annoyed by that. Quite frankly, I do not give a rat's ass. I do not give a rat's ass. How much is it going to cost us to... A reusable shuttle? Fuck the reusable shuttle. Like the space station, not the space station, the space shuttle may be one of the most iconic spacecraft in the history of space travel, but it was just such a terrible idea. Like, I'm sorry, but putting an orbiter on the side of those, you know, those big orange tanks was just absolutely crazy daft. I mean, the physics that you need to sort that out is just ridiculous. So hats off to NASA for actually being able to do it. But if you're interested, the Soviets also had a comparable space shuttle program called the Buran, And that was so bad that they actually cancelled it. It was cancelled in 1991, actually, when the Soviet Union broke up. So just a fun little fact for you there. How much political capital are we going to get next turn? We're going to get 18 political capital next turn. How's our cabinet looking? You are looking pretty shabby. We're actually going to fire you, and we're going to hire somebody that is much more up our street. Socialist, liberal. Yeah, you're great. Okay. We're obviously going to see a... We're going to see a little bit of a reduction in the capital per turn, but only for a few turns, hopefully. And also, the deficit has reappeared. Yes, the deficit has definitely reappeared. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn, because we're playing as a socialistic state. So is socialistic even a word? I don't know. It probably is. Yeah, as I was saying, we definitely want to have debt. I feel debt is the way forward. That is how we just spend money. We don't worry about money. How is our GDP doing, actually? Our GDP looks like it's going downhill, unfortunately. That's because of the skills shortage. Well, we are trying to sort out that education nonsense, but hey ho, technology colleges. How can we do that? I do want to get rid of these because they make socialists unhappy, but, you know, fuck it, we'll deal with that later. The global economy, did we check how the global economy was doing? Yeah, the global economy is doing badly, and that's why our GDP is doing badly as far as I'm concerned, so that's not something that we really need to worry about. Also, we need to remember the fact that, you know, we are spending a ridiculous amount of money on our military for effectively no reason whatsoever. Effectively no reason whatsoever. But you know what? That's just the way things are. That's just the way things are. Okay, capitalists are a tad annoyed at us. Yeah, how can we appease them? How can we appease them? No, we can't really, can we? That's rather difficult. Anybody have any ideas on how we can appease the capitalists? You know, tell me how. I would love to know. What is upsetting capitalists the most? The state health service? That's a good point, actually. We could be spending a truckload of money on the state health service. Wow. It would cost us a lot, but I think it would be probably a pretty darned good idea. What else were we going to do? Yes, I remember what we were going to do. We were going to bump up spending so we can actually have a space station. That's right. That's right. A space station. An American space station. That's what we're gonna do. And probably next turn we can think about doing something along the lines of the state health service, because I think that's probably a priority. What is our threat assessment looking like, actually? I don't need a tutorial. Stop. Okay, business first. Business first is a real problem. The Revolutionary Army and the Black Power Group both have a membership of 158. That's not very much, though. That's not very much, thankfully. Capitalists. We really need to appease capitalists. Corporation tax. To be honest, corporation tax could probably go. Yeah, I think, you know, we're going to have to get rid of something that makes the capitalists happy. I mean, we've got to find a way, as far as I'm concerned. We've got to find a way. I just don't know how we can make the capitalists happy without annoying the socialists. And, you know, people might say, oh yeah, we want to strike a balance. We don't want to strike a balance. Fuck that. We want to be, you know, 100% socialist. Because that's the challenge, you know, that is the challenge. Okay, what is this? Small business grants, boosts GDP, it reduces the number of socialists. It makes capitalists happy. I want to cancel this policy as soon as we can, even though it does boost our GDP. Capitalists' membership is... it should be going down. We want it to be going down. And we want the socialists' membership to be going up. That's pretty much what we're after. Insufficient political capital. I didn't want to buy anything anyway. That's fine. How's our drug addiction problem? Yeah, it's through the roof. It's through the roof. Absolutely through the roof. Whose wise idea was it to legalize all drugs? Huh? Whose wise idea was it? Huh? Tell me that. Tell me that. Attacks. Attacks on... What is this dead hand? No idea what this actually does. Should we try it? Should we try it next turn or the turn after that? I think that would be pretty awesome. A recreational drugs tax. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we are talking. We don't have enough political capital to do that, so we'll do it. Okay, we're gonna regulate children's food because, you know, obviously we're pro-regulation. So effectively we're pretty much what America is not, because America is mostly anti-regulation. Holy shit! Why is our health going up? What has happened? Has hell frozen over? Oh, it's children's. That entire jump in how good our health was down to children's food. Huh, wow. Wow, that is ridiculous. That is crazy. Oh well. Okay, good. Security briefing, Black Power Group and the Revolutionary Army. I don't really see what the problem is here, guys. I mean, nothing's that controversial, to be honest. I mean, we've got a massive deficit, but apart from that, things are really, you know, pretty good. Homelessness. Why is this not going down? State housing. It takes 16 turns to be implemented. That's why. That's why. It takes a long ass time to become reality. Okay. Okie dokie. We got 13 political capital. And this dead hand thing. I'm really curious about what this dead hand thing actually does. I really want to try it. I mean, I've never actually done it before, and I think it was from a mod I installed ages ago, but, send the troops. Don't send the troops. Do not send the troops. Yeah, let's not send the troops. Let's not do it. Not do it. Wow, what is next? Why is... Yeah, antisocial behavior, that's coming down. Alcohol abuse is coming down-ish, slowly. Internet crime is going up a little bit, actually, which is rather unfortunate. The asthma epidemic, yeah, fine. And obesity is starting to come down, which is lovely. This skills shortage. Why? Oh, why do we still have this skills shortage? Because we shouldn't. We quite clearly shouldn't have this skills shortage. State schools, yeah, that takes a while to be implemented, I suppose. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Everything is actually going rather swimmingly as far as I'm concerned. And homelessness. Homelessness is ending soon. How much political capital are we going to get? We're going to get 13 political capital the next turn, so so that's going to allow us to do something with the dead hand, whatever the fuck that is. A rail strike. Really? Are you kidding me? Are you really bullshitting me? That's such bollocks. That is absolute tosh. Internet economy takes off. Well, that's pretty nice. Credit rating downgraded. Fuck. Shit. How much are we spending on debt interest? Only 3%. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna hold the course until we get to 5%. What's our threat assessment like? The Battenberg Group. Yeah, the Battenberg Group is a little bit of a problem. Yeah. Oh well. Dead hand. Implement. Oh my goodness. What on earth does this do? Well, it makes a lot of people happy with us. It makes patriots happy with us. But it costs us like an absolute truckload of money. Well, screw it. We're gonna go with that. That's a really great icon right there. A nice black square. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Well, there's not really much we can do on this turn, so I think we'll go to the next turn fairly soon. We need to get rid of the Battenberg Group somehow, because they're gonna assassinate us hard. Private prisons. Can we scale up private prisons? If we scale up private prisons, people would be super happy with us. That's something that I'm interested in doing. Okay, let's go to the next turn, see what's happening. Unemployment is up and GDP is up. Well, unemployment should not be up. Not cool. Not cool at all. 61% in a vote. That's actually relatively nice. Happy to see that. Looks like we may need a cabinet reshuffle sometime, because these people are looking pretty feeble. Okay, private prisons. Where are private prisons? Here they are. Let's bump up spending in private prisons, and that's going to make... yeah, it's going to make the liberals a little bit pissed off, and it's going to make the capitalists a little bit happier, but honestly I think it's worth it to appease the capitalists, because the Battenberg Group, yep, the Battenberg Group are climbing in popularity. That is worrying, very worrying indeed. Corporation tax, can't do anything with that, we don't have enough political capital. We can lower the sales tax. In fact, this tax effectively does nothing. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for anybody at all. Like, nobody. It increases poverty, for fuck's sake. This is a terrible tax. Oh my goodness. Oh well. We've now got a deficit of like 621 billion. Am I concerned in the slightest? No, of course I'm not, because, you know, I don't give a shit. That's you know, that's fine. We're gonna ban human cloning just because, you know, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Capitalist membership is actually slowly beginning to go down. That's what we like to see. We're very pro-union in the way that we approach labor law, so that's interesting. And I think we are comfortably ready to progress to the next turn, which is fantastic, isn't it? Okay, great. A capitalist plot. This is exactly what I didn't want to see happen. Ghettos has ended. That's great. Credit rating downgraded again. Fuck. Fuck. That is really not great. Capitalists. Yeah, you're really not happy with us. You are really not happy with us. Limit automated trading. Let's get rid of that. That's going to make you a little bit happier. And that effectively... yeah. It only gives a boost to self-employed people. And who gives a shit about self-employed people? Am I right? Am I right? No. Okay. But yeah, that should hopefully make capitalists a little bit happier with us. They also don't like pollution controls. What can we do about pollution controls? Effectively, I'm just trying to look for the policies that don't actually have a... you know, that aren't an interest to socialists and that aren't an interest to capitalists. So I'm looking for policies that you know, that make capitalists unhappy, but at the same time don't make socialists happy, because that puts us in a very bad position anyway. So yeah, it's a problem. But hey ho. 3 political capitals to go either way. That's, you know, we could just cancel this policy. We could just cancel this entire policy. You know what? Yeah, let's do that next turn. Let's save up the political capital and then just cancel it next turn. Okay, good. That's a plan. I'm happy with that. A flash crash, currency strength decimated, GDP decimated, and wealthy income, and a failed assassination attempt. Fuck. Oh my goodness. This is a problem. This is a real problem. Capitalists have not been appeased by my meager measures. We are going to need to we're going to need to go harder and faster, much harder and much faster, to make capitalists actually like us again. Free eye tests, can we get rid of them? I suppose. I don't really want to, but at the same time. Yeah, but at the same time, fuck it, let's just get rid of them. Let's get rid of them. It doesn't matter. We need to do whatever we can to make capitalists happy with us. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's just one of those things that you've got to do. Hopefully we should see capitalists' happiness bounce back a little bit. Their membership hopefully continues to go down. Only school vouchers and... School vouchers. School vouchers. Yeah, this is getting cancelled. This is getting cancelled when we have 14 political capital. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like there is a couple of things that are still increasing capitalist membership, like the small business grants. And this is a big one. This is a really big one. And there's not much we can really do about it without pissing off a whole host of people. And that is really not my plan. Look at our debt. Our debt has just shot up. We are spending more and more each turn as our income just falls and falls and falls. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered at all. You know, honestly, we're wasting an absolute ton of money on military spending. But you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. That doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Okay. What else will our capitalists annoyed at? Capital gains tax. We could perhaps get rid of that. Yeah, actually, let's cancel that. Let's cancel that very next turn because we don't need it. Another failed assassination attempt? Fuck me. A debt crisis? Well, that's going to make capitalists annoyed as fuck. Shit. It's going to make everybody annoyed as fuck. Antisocial behavior has ended. A rare earth crisis has also developed. Oh my goodness. It looks like we're not going to make it past our first term, guys. At least crime is going down. Welfare minister has resigned. Well, that is worrying. Socialist and a trade unionist. You're the exact type of person we want in our cabinet. Well, okay. Problem. Real problem. We actually need to take action now. Unfortunately. We need to take real action. And I'm not sure if we've got enough political capital to do so. It's going to cost us 19 political capital to get rid of this. And that's not even going to do it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's push forward. Let's push forward. War is the only option. Yeah, I mean, right about this moment, we should be going to war in a foreign country for oil, and that would make America a ton of money. I mean, you know, that's what they've done in the past, and that's probably what they're going to do in the future. So, yeah, I guess you're right. War may be the only option. A drone strike act. That's going to cost us 34 political capital. That's going to cost us way more political capital than we actually have. Ugh, problems, problems, problems. Well, everyone seems to hate us. Socialists seem to dislike us, even though we're trying our damnedest to make them like us. We've got a 1 trillion deficit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is just insane. A 1 trillion deficit. How crazy is that? It's making everybody super, super annoyed. I really hope the Battenberg Group doesn't choose to fuck us up, because they quite easily could. Unfortunately. We are trying to make capitalists happy. But, okay, in fact, I've got a crazy idea, right? Let's just get rid of the income tax, right? Let's get rid of the income tax. I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. That's it. That's what we're gonna do. Let's go to the next turn. Let's go to the next turn. A failed assassination attempt. Fuck. Technological advantages ended. Yet again. Fuck. Unemployment is down. That's nice, I suppose. Crime is up and poverty is up and GDP is down. So, a mixed turn, I would say. At least the rail strike has ended. I mean, that's we can be thankful for that. Huh. Well, if you look at our deficit now, it's pretty ugly. Capitalists are still not too keen on us. Unemployment benefit? It's not really an issue. What else? What else is? Corporation tax, can we get rid of that? We can lower it. But that's not going to lower it by that much. See, I really don't like this, because when you play as a remotely socialist state, it always becomes a game of, oh, how can we stop the capitalists from actually killing us? And that's never great, is it? What are you on? You're on 3%. So I guess we reduce corporation tax. I think that's probably the only option we have. Obviously, it's going to make socialists a little bit annoyed with us, but you know, who gives a shit, really? Socialists are really are really our biggest fans at the moment. They're super. They like us a lot. They really like us. Okay, what's next? What is next? Well, I think that's probably the turnover. We're 2 turns away from an election. Interesting. An election is perhaps going to be the end of us. We'll have to wait and see. In fact, let's have a look. How popular actually are we? 57% polls. I don't need a tutorial. Fuck you. Okay. You know, actually, I think we're probably going to win it. I think we're probably going to win it if we're not assassinated first. That is entirely possible. Weather prediction technology. Well, ain't that fine? Ain't that great? I mean, our country can come to its knees while our weather satellites are providing great weather prediction technology. Well, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. A media backlash, everybody hates us a little bit more, and another failed assassination attempt. This is beginning to be a real problem. And when I say a real problem, I mean a serious, major fucking problem. Major problem. Okay, state pensions. Yeah, we don't really want to do anything with them. Unemployment benefit. To be honest, capitalists, hopefully, fingers crossed, won't get too annoyed with us anymore. Can we introduce some more policies that make them happy? I mean, what makes capitalists happy? I mean, there's tax shelters. We could do that. A tax shelter is always up the right street. No, I guess we don't have enough political capital for that. Where is it? Where is... Oh, no, we do actually have enough political capital for tax shelters. Okay. It's gonna make people hate us. It's gonna kill equality. It's gonna kill socialism in our country. But it's gonna boost capitalism by 14%. So that might just be what we need to save our bacon. And obviously socialists are really, really quite happy with us at the moment. So that's nice. That's nice at least. Let's go to the next turn. Let's go to the next turn and see what happens. Hopefully we don't get assassinated. Fingers crossed. Fuck me! Oh my goodness. That is just a big pile of fucking horse shit, isn't it? That is not great. That is not great. That is not great. Okay, so I guess, what do you guys want to see me play next? What do you guys want to see me play next? I can do another round of democracy. I could do another country. I could do Planetary Annihilation. That's a good game that I've got installed at the moment. What else can I do? I could do Factorio probably. I could do a whole bunch of things actually. So what do you want me to see being played next? What do you want to see being played next? I'll probably stream for another hour or so ish. I think that's the plan anyway. But yeah, fuck that. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we got one person that wants another game of Democracy 3. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Anybody else? Anybody else? Rebirth. I could do Rebirth. I can definitely do Rebirth. That's a possibility. Although I'm not very good at Rebirth. I'm pretty shit. Okay. I'm pretty shit. Okay. What about I Killed Fred? Is he still in the chat? Is he still here? I have no idea. So it's clearly one vote for Rebirth and one vote for another round of this game. I think, you know what? We've got Democracy open. And let's do another round of Democracy, but then we'll do a Rebirth run for sure. Even if it takes me all night, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here and I'm going to do it, okay? Sweet. Well, that's fair enough. Let's start ourselves another round. What country do we want to play as? What country do we want to play as? You guys got to tell me. Russian Federation and Estonia don't work, so don't go picking those ones. So we can do the UK, we can do France, we can do Germany, we can do the US again if we wanted to, or we could do Canada. Or we could do Australia. Really, whatever you guys want to see happen, I can make it happen. Faux show. That's how we roll here on Orbital Potatoes channel. That's how we roll. Sweet. Two new Twitch followers just today. That is absolutely fantastic. Cheers for following, guys. Definitely want to get more and more into streaming. You know, because I love it. I think it's pretty awesome. France is particularly annoying. Please try that. I actually find France really, really easy. National Socialist Totalitarian Germany. Well, you both bring up really interesting points, actually, because both France and Germany are both natively very, very socialist. So I think you know what, we'll do Germany. We'll do Germany. Germany's a little bit more socialist. Socialist totalitarian. Yeah, let's do Germany. Fuck it. Let's do Germany. And I've got a nice name, okay? The Potato Party. So it's up to you guys to name the opposition. So think of some creative names. The Potato Party. That's not how you spell party. There we go. Okay, what's the opposition party name? You guys gotta let me know. You guys gotta let me know. Because I want to see what's gonna happen when Twitch names the opposition party. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait here and probably talk about the weather and probably make small talk with you guys while you tell me what the opposition party should be called. So we've got 5 people watching right now, which is probably I think it's probably my record, actually. The Chaos Capitalists. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Okay, the Chaos Capitalists. Chaos Capitalists. No, Chaos Capitalists are going to be the opposition. Is that how you spell capitalists? I have no flippin' idea. Capitalists. There we go. That's more like it. I must seem like an absolute idiot because I don't know how to spell capitalists, but whatever. There we go. Difficulty. Yeah, let's just leave all this stuff as it is. The commie bastards. Wow, the commie bastards. No, we are gonna be the commie bastards. That's how we're gonna roll. That's how we're gonna roll. The enemy are gonna be the Chaos Capitalists, and we are going to be the commie bastards. So much like the last game, we are going to be pursuing a strictly socialist policy. That's pretty much the plan. That's pretty much the plan, anyway. Okay. Well, we've got 26 political capital, and we've got a number of problems that we need to sort out. I think, you know, once again we are going to go for the. Yeah, you have autocorrect. Fuck you, my friend. Fuck you. I've just made an ass of myself now. No, as I say, I think we're going to go for a similar opening. In that we are going to straight away go and introduce the state housing policy. And we're going to bump that right up, and that is going to piss capitalists off, but it's also going to reduce our homelessness. We do have a little bit of a surplus, but at the same time, you know, debt is not really a problem for us at the moment. However, I don't want to see our expenditure go over 5% of our debt interest. Over 5%, and I think we are in real trouble. Genuine trouble. So we've gone straight on to the next turn relatively quickly. GDP has slipped a little bit, which is unfortunate. Can you actually get Democracy 3 on iOS? Are you just having me on? Are you just telling lies, mate? Because I did not know that. If that is in fact true, that is pretty damn crazy. However, a little bit of inside knowledge here. I'm an Android man myself. I'm an Android man, so unfortunately, I will not be able to get the iOS version, even if there is one. Okay, good. So homelessness should now be well on its way to being sorted. We just need to sort of solve our debt problem. And when I say solve our debt problem, we can allow it to chug along for a little bit more, but then we're not. But then we're gonna have to fix it eventually. Internet crime indeed is a possible way to fix things. So as you can see, yeah, there's a ton more socialists than there are capitalists, and quite frankly, we want to be doing everything we can to to get the capitalists' membership down. As far as I'm concerned, that's really, really what we're after. Android for the win, indeed, indeed, indeed. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. Yeah. So we need to bump up membership of socialists. Pretty much, that's what we need to go. That's what we need to go for. So, so quite frankly, I think we just need to bump up all these taxes. Like, that's pretty much it. We need to bump up all these taxes. State schools are something that we're gonna bump up as well, probably. We don't really want to spend all that political capital right now. What else? What else? Housing is well on its way to being sorted. Alcohol abuse. I really want to solve alcohol abuse, but I really can't be bothered. You know, it's just one of those things that just ticks over. It's really not a big problem for us. But at the same time, it sort of is a big problem for us. But hey-ho. Hey-ho. What the fuck is this? Ban Sunday shopping. Jeez Louise. Religious. How religious are we as a country? Religious. We're not too religious, actually. Which is encouraging. Encouraging, at least. What on earth are we gonna do? What on earth are we gonna do? We need to get this deficit down, and we need to stop spending money on stuff. Military spending. Military spending. I know that that's probably not super popular. Popular. I know that's not super popular. And it would. No, I don't want to do it because it would bump up unemployment, and that's not something I'm interested in. You know what? Screw it. Let's let our debt tick up for now. I mean, a deficit of 21 billion or so is, you know, it's not significant. And we can probably think about perhaps actually boosting up a little bit of a tax. In fact, that would be a perfect way to cover it. I don't really want to hit the middle income families any harder than we already have hit them. Although, you know what? I think we can afford to do that. Let's go up to 60%. Like, I know I said I was going to do 60% in the last time, but you know what? We're going to do it now, okay? Capitalists are going to be severely fucking annoyed by that, but honestly, I don't give a shit. Capitalists can go fuck themselves for all I care. And let's also, yeah, we also need to make this heavily pro-union. Okay, good. Well, that's the plan. We've got a nice plan that we can go for. We're going to limit... In fact, no. We're going to allow agencies to operate just so that the capitalists don't get too annoyed at us, because that's really not in our interests. How's the global economy? The global economy is trash at the moment. Absolute trash. Our GDP is similarly rather trashy, which is not great, but hey-ho. The Battenberg Group haven't started to materialize yet, which is nice. Capitalists' membership looks like it's ticking down slowly. We're on exactly 20% at the moment. Hopefully that's going to tick up in the future. And socialists are on exactly 80%. So that is lovely indeed. Okay, let's change things around a little bit. Let's make it massively pro-union. Good. That's what we like to see. And what else? Sales tax. Sales tax is just the fucking worst. It's absolutely terrible. I mean, next turn, I think we're going to cancel it. I mean, because what does it actually bring us? 46 billion? Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Same-sex marriage. We're going to actually allow same-sex marriage because that is the way things go. Okay. Okie doke. Next turn. I feel that we're playing at a much more decent pace this time, actually. Not too shabby at all. Nobel Prize, yes. GDP up. Patriots likes a little bit more. Liberals likes a little bit more. And Patriot membership. All up. Sweet. That guy looks like a big nerd as far as I'm concerned. But hey-ho. That doesn't matter. That's completely cool. Okay. Global economy. Global economy looks like it's actually bottomed out, which is reassuring because that means that it's hopefully not going to be allowed to go any lower than that. And that's encouraging. We're now running a massive surplus again, somehow, and we should be paying off our debt, which is absolutely fantastic. What is our debt repayment at? Our debt interest is at 2.7%. I'm quite happy with that percentage of GDP going towards debt interest. As far as I'm concerned, that is a-okay with me. That is good. That is very, very good indeed. Okay. What is this? Inner city riots. Yeah, that's primarily linked to poverty. If we can get poverty down, then we can sort out inner city riots. And actually, a good way of getting poverty down is actually by introducing food stamps. However, as a priority number one, we're going to get rid of the sales tax because everybody fucking hates the sales tax. Just look at this shit. I mean, this is just such a terrible policy. I mean, it wouldn't even... I suppose it would get us a decent amount of money, but you know what? Fuck it. I don't give a shit. It's gone. It's gone now. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, food stamps. Food stamps are going to be introduced, and they cost us pennies. They cost us absolutely pennies, and nobody hates food stamps. It reduces poverty. It's cheap. It puts health up. It puts poor earnings up. It makes poor people like us a little bit more. It makes socialists like us. It makes, you know, equality go up. This is an all-round great policy as far as I'm concerned. It is absolutely fantastic and something that should be in every game. So let's bump you up to the max. And now, hopefully, fingers crossed, we should see a slight alleviation of poverty, which is lovely. We are running a slight deficit, which is somewhat worrying. However, I have faith in the global economy. And the global economy is probably going to rebound, you know. Even so, we why do we have a deficit? We shouldn't have a deficit. We should have a surplus right now. Yeah. 3.55 billion is absolutely not pennies. You are completely correct. In the chat, yeah, that is right. It's not pennies, but you know, for a government, it's pennies. It is absolute pennies. It's a drop in the ocean. What is the next policy we're going to introduce? And in fact, let's check our membership of capitalists. Okay, our membership of capitalists is actually going down. It's going down very, very slowly, but not fast enough for my liking, unfortunately. Corporation tax, we can probably think about boosting up corporation tax. It's only gonna increase the number of people that are becoming members or becoming socialists at a very, very slow rate. So that's not something I really want to do, unfortunately. Capitalists are going to start getting annoyed at us soon, probably, which again is not great. Okay. I don't know. I really don't know. We're stuck. But poverty is super duper low. Very, very low as far as I'm concerned. That is great. Yeah, it just keeps on going down. Keeps on going down. And those food stamps definitely helped. And also getting rid of the sales tax. I think the sales tax was just absolute garbage, wasn't it? It's absolutely terrible. I mean, quite frankly, I don't know why anybody likes the sales tax. Now our credit rating is... Whoa. What the fuck? How did our income go down? Oh, it's because the sales tax. Ah, of course, that's what happened. That makes complete sense. Sales tax went down. That's the way things are. Socialists are liking us. Membership is increasing slowly, but not fast enough for my liking. Not at all. Okay, we need to drive capitalists into the ground, but at the same time, we don't want to piss them off to the extent that they annoy us. Warboy, hello, how you doing? You've just joined. We're playing a little bit of democracy here. We're playing as Germany. A sort of socialist state is our goal. Well, we got assassinated as America in the last playthrough that we just did. Disability benefit. This is getting cancelled because it A, costs us money, and B, upsets capitalists. And you know, in this playthrough we're going to be much smarter because we're going to preemptively predict that capitalists will get annoyed at us. So, as far as I'm concerned, we want to do everything that we can to offset the capitalists' rage, because they're just such shitheads, aren't they? They're absolute shitheads. Allow software patents or reject software patents. I don't think it really makes a difference. I think we're going to allow software patents because hopefully, fingers crossed, capitalists will like that. Let's have a look. Store for patents. Yep, they did indeed like that, and they also like the debt protection law. So their happiness actually might climb as we go into the next turn. That's not terrible actually. Egalitarian society. Holy cow! I did not think that our society was that equal. It's clear that I am deeply mistaken. Equality is at an all-time high for some reason. State housing has clearly done that. That's great. That is awesome. Disability benefit. Why did disability benefit actually make equality go up? I don't understand. That doesn't really matter, to be honest. Welcome back, everybody. Seems that everybody is just getting back. I killed Fred 909. Yo, how's it hanging? Religious symbols in schools. I think we're gonna introduce the ban. Conservatives and religious people will probably be a little bit annoyed with us. But you know what? I don't really give a shit, to be honest. I don't really give a shit. Okay, we're still running a slight deficit. Our debt is still relatively high, but hopefully, actually, our income will go above our expenditure if we just give it enough time. If we just give it enough time, and if we give our GDP enough time to sort of increase, then our income will eventually go above our expenditure. Because we're not actually spending that much money at the moment. I mean, we should be. I mean, that's the more socialistic approach. But you know what? I'm not always keen on spending money. Capitalists are actually remarkably happy with what we're doing, which is lovely. Pollution controls can go fuck themselves because they cap our GDP, and they are also bad. Also bad. Okay. What else? We got 21 political capital to burn. Socialists, yeah, okay, so Socialists membership is increasing rather rapidly, actually. State Health Service, can we bump up spending in the State Health Service? Yes, we can. Damn right we can. Damn right, let's do it. Let's go balls to the wall. Okay, yeah, and I genuinely have no idea why equality went up so fast. I'm darned well glad that it did. I presume part of it must have been through state housing. And perhaps food stamps as well. But hey-ho. But yeah, we're going to spend more on socialized healthcare, as the Americans would say. And also more on state housing, if we can. And more on state schools. A technological advantage is developed. Holy cow. Wow, we've got 2 green little bubbles. That is great. I did not think it would happen as quickly as it has. Our GDP has jumped off the edge of a cliff. Hopefully our GDP is going to be more than a little bit resilient, but I'm not that hopeful. We'll see what happens. The global economy is looking like it's on the brink of a recovery. I mean, it looks like it's going to go up for the quarters after this, but hey ho, that's okay with me. This homelessness situation looks like it's going to be ending next turn, which is lovely. Liberals will like us a little bit more. Crime is going to go down a little bit. Middle income people will like us more, and poor people will like us more. So overall, I would say we are in a very, very strong position where we only have a deficit of 6.02 at the moment. However, next turn, thanks to our flash crash, we know that deficit is going to be considerably higher, and so we need to be on the lookout for that. What is our expenditure on debt interest? Our debt interest is consuming 2.7% of our income. Which, is somewhere that I'm happy. I'm happy with it being there. I've previously said that, over 5%, we've probably got a problem that we need to address. But until then, fuck it. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it and let the debt build up. Obviously, we don't really want to develop a debt crisis like we did last time. But hey ho, that's okay. Okay. Road building. Road building is something that we could, well, if we scale it up, then that would help reduce unemployment, but I don't think we really want to do that. Could save a damned amount of money, but hey-ho. Let's actually have a look at unemployment. Unemployment is oscillating around the mean level here. Yeah. It's oscillating around the average, I would say. So I would say that that's a really strong position to be in. Also, thanks to bumping up the state health, the funding in the state healthcare service, I keep on saying state healthcare service, even though it's only state health service. Yeah, even though we only bumped up spending in the state health service, that actually does help with unemployment. So that is great. We still have 27 political capital to burn through. I think, however, private healthcare is not something we're really interested in at the moment. I think, to be honest, schools. Schools are you know, really important for us, and state schools should be something that we spend a lot of money on, as far as I'm concerned. It's also going to, you know, bump up the number of people that want to become socialists, which is lovely. Fantastic. Okay, great. And capitalists, their membership is now down to 17.5%. Now, hopefully we can eradicate the number, or hopefully we can eradicate all capitalists from our country. Not in a bad way. I just mean that, you know, if we do stuff that is unpopular with capitalists, then, you know, they won't care if there's none of them. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, yeah, that's the situation. I don't really know how to describe it any more accurately than that. We've got 9 political capital. I think we're probably going to keep that. We'll get 24 political capital next turn. Let me guess. You are a capitalist. Yeah, not surprised. You're also a capitalist. Are you a socialist by any chance? No, you're a liberal. How liberal are we? Wow. Environmentalists. Well, environmentalists seem to be absolutely freaking loving our administration at the moment, which is lovely, but hey ho. Let's go to the next turn. Okay. Wow! Egalitarian miracle. We may not all look alike or sound alike, but under your leadership, we all now feel equal with our fellow man/woman/other, and isn't that the most important thing? Damn right it is. Damn right it is. Oh my goodness, that is fantastic, isn't it? High productivity is a new situation now. We've also had our credit rating downgraded. What the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. As you can see, I'm a little bit taken aback by this. But honestly, I don't give a damn, because we're gonna sort it out. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna make our debt go down. We're running a 49.67 billion deficit. You know, this credit rating downgrade really did come at the very worst time possible, because quite frankly, if we have a look at debt interest, 4.9%, we're right on the edge of that 5% mark that I said I would not stray over. Yeah, our GDP is going to go up next turn, and our income is going to increase next turn. However, we're now going to be spending a substantial amount of money on interest rates, which is, you know, not something that I'm really interested in at all. So I would estimate that we need to make either through raising taxes another 20 billion euros, or alternatively we save 20 billion worth of euros from cuts. And I feel that, you know, I feel that socialists would probably go down the method of taxing people, and adjusting income tax, while unpopular, is probably the right thing to do. So if we bump that up by 20 billion or so, up to 67%, I know it's going to cost us an absolute truckload of political capital, but yeah, I mean, capitalists won't like us. That's patriots. I'm not entirely sure that's exactly what a German patriot looks like, but whatever. Yeah, no, capitalists, their membership is decreasing. It's speeding up as we accelerate through the game. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that taxing is the right move. So hopefully, fingers crossed, next turn, we will actually have, well, we should break even. We should break even, and we might, if we're lucky, have a little bit of a surplus. That's pretty much what I'm after. So fingers crossed that's exactly what happens. You know, it might not. You know, that's just the way things are. But you know, Who cares? Unemployment down, GDP is up. Both of those are fantastic. Thoroughly good news. That is good to hear. I like to see both of those things. Anything else of interest to us? Thankfully, yes, we did actually break even, and we're now running a little surplus of 8.75 billion. That is fantastic. Sweet. Sweet. That is great news. That is great news. And our capitalist membership is actually going down at the rate of almost 2% per turn. So, you know, fingers crossed we'll be done in a couple of turns if things keep on going like this. I mean, that's great. That is awesome. How is this homelessness crisis? It's finishing next turn. Hooray! Finally, at long last. Fantastic. Inner city riots are also finishing this turn. Internet crime is not. Yeah, let's leave internet crime. Fuck it, you know, let's just let it wallow there. Obesity is still a real problem, unfortunately. Less than ideal, but at the same time, you know, it's just one of those things, I guess, isn't it? Agriculture subsidies are possibly on the agenda to be slashed. In fact, yes, they are definitely on the agenda to be slashed because they boost up obesity by an ungodly amount. They also make capitalists unhappy, but they do reduce unemployment, so that is something at least. Oh well, screw it, we've done it now. We've done it, we've absolutely done it. And we've got 3 political capital left, which is not enough to do anything with, so that is a-okay with me. Speed limits, you know, interesting fact, you know, in the in Germany, they've obviously got the Autobahn, which in some places is, you know, has an unlimited speed limit. So I think raising speed limits in Germany seems only appropriate. Why not? How many turns are we away from an election? 8 turns away from an election. That may seem like a lot, but that is deceptively few, unfortunately. Inner city riots has ended, homelessness has ended, and there is a market meltdown to go with it for good measure. Yeah, now, I sound like I was being sarcastic there. I sound like I was being sarcastic there, but I'm not. Socialism has received a nice little boost from that market meltdown, which is absolutely fantastic as far as I'm concerned. Crime is down, and poverty is also down. Poverty is almost at the very bottom, and the credit rating has been upgraded, so that actually, hopefully, it doesn't offset the cost of them, or it doesn't offset the capitalists' annoyance at the market meltdown, but it does a damn good job of doing it. We are running a 54.86 billion euro surplus, which is actually rather worrying. We want to be spending a lot more money. You know what they say. You gotta spend money to make money. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. What can we spend money on? I mean, we've still got a truckload of debt, and how much are we actually spending on debt repayment? 2.1%. Wow, I think that's the lowest. The lowest I think I've ever seen it. Or in this Germany playthrough. Obviously, I've seen it way lower. Yeah, what is it? What is the next big thing on the agenda? I mean, capitalists, their membership is almost nothing, which is fantastic. I mean, who gives a shit about their happiness if they're almost extinct? That's great news. The Battenberg Group haven't even started to materialize, which is beautiful. Goddamn beautiful. Tobacco tax. Tobacco tax, yep, that can stay. I don't know. It just caught my eye, and I thought, you know what, screw it. Let's have a look at it. Dead Hand. I still have no idea what this is. Right? It's a mod, and it's pretty powerful. Before we start spending, how about alcohol tax? Yeah, in fact, damn right, that is a great idea. That is a really, really good idea. Let's tax the alcohol. Let's sort out alcohol abuse. See, alcohol abuse is just one of those things that where is the alcohol tax? Have we already got an alcohol tax introduced? Alcohol consumption, alcohol tax. Yeah, let's just tax it to. Let's just tax it a fair bit. Okay, let's tax it up to 55%. I think that's probably appropriate. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something really, really important, but then I got distracted. Yeah, alcohol abuse is just like a staple for every country. I'm pretty sure it's in every country. It starts with every country. I'm almost certain. I don't really know though. Agriculture subsidies, we got rid of that. GDP is actually not terrible at the moment. It's pretty good. So that's nice. Organic farming subsidy. That reduces obesity. Well, I guess we bump up spending in that. We might as well, if that's going to reduce obesity even by a little bit. What about introducing some healthy stuff, healthy awareness campaign? Can we do that? A junk food tax, that would reduce obesity probably. Yeah, I don't really know actually. What about an alcohol awareness campaign? Yeah, screw it, let's do that. It's going to reduce alcohol consumption, which is always nice, and that was only for 270 million or whatever it was, which is super dirt cheap. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's go to the next turn. Okay. Crime is down, unemployment is up. That was probably because we got rid of the agriculture subsidies, which, in all honesty, was a good move, but at the same time, was pretty essential as far as I'm concerned. Okay, what are we tackling next? I mean, let's have a look at all of our problems. Alcohol abuse should come down. It really should be. That alcohol tax should be biting into it. Alcohol law. Let's fuck up the alcohol law. Minimum age of 21. That's probably really dumb, actually. A minimum age of 21, I think, is probably too much, actually. Like, they've got that in America. But at the same time, I think it's really rather daft. Minimum age of 21. Let's make it a minimum age of 18. I didn't actually realize they had a minimum age of 16 in Germany. So, you know what? You learn something new every day, don't you? And in intelligence services, can we do something about this? We could. We really could. But I don't think we really want to. I don't really think it's a priority for us at the moment. No, I don't think it is. Okay. Freedom of information. Let us propose the Freedom of Information Act. Good, good, good. And what else have we got? We've got 18 political capital. I don't really know. We're still running a surplus, which is, you know, great news. Which is absolutely great news. But at the same time, we need to be in a position where we're spending as much of our money as we possibly can be, because that, you know, that's what socialists do. They spend money to make money, and you know, that seems to have worked. Not too bad. Where are we? Our percentage of the population is 7.15%. 7.15% of the population are capitalists, which is a problem. Big problem indeed, actually. Because, you know, obviously they're a little bit annoyed with us. So yeah, that's just the way things are. Okay. I don't think we need to do anything. I think we just need to go to the next turn. I think we need to sort of progress to the point where a chancellor resigns. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that. I don't really want to reshuffle the cabinet. You are getting fired because you're shit. Okay, let's hire 2 new people. We want to hire a socialist if we can. I don't give a shit where she wants to work. Let's hire you there. And let's hire you... Well, in fact, let's hire a socialist and a liberal. Yeah, let's hire you there. Fantastic. So everybody should be happy with that. And yeah, hopefully, everybody's going to be happy with that. Unemployment is still very, very high. Unfortunately, we can't really do much about that. We could consider dropping taxes, but, you know, who the fuck considers dropping taxes when you're in charge of a socialist regime? I mean, answer me that. I'll tell you. Nobody considers dropping taxes, because that's just not the done thing. Alcohol abuse should start to come down along with alcohol consumption. Fingers crossed. Internet crime. Obesity. Yes, it's coming down. It's coming down slowly. How many turns are we away from the election? 5 turns. You know, fuck it. Let's not introduce any more policies. Let's just go to the next turn. Crime-free utopia. Like nowhere else, the citizens of this country can now walk the streets safely and sleep sound in their beds, knowing that crime is practically consigned to the history books. Excellent. Fantastic. Okay, island invaded. Well, fuck that shit. That's fucking dumb. I mean, I don't know if anybody here was around in the 80s where there was the Falklands conflict. That's pretty much what happened for the UK, but that's just the way things are. Okay, capitalists. Membership. Why is the membership holding steady? It shouldn't be. State schools, max. Socialists, membership. Yeah, I mean, why can we not get rid of any more capitalists? Problem. Okay, let's think about introducing some more tax. Some more tax. Okay, let's. Oh, dead hand. Dead hand. We need the dead hand. That's gonna make everybody happy. It's gonna cost us 30 billion though, so fuck it. But you know what? We've done it now, so that's the fair thing. That's fair enough. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's cool. Okay. What's next? What is next? I think a tax. I feel a tax is good. A punitive wealth tax. Oh, that sounds totally cool. Let's do that. Yeah, why not? It's going to make capitalists annoyed and it's going to make wealthy people annoyed, but wealthy people are quite happy and, you know, we need to take their happiness downtown, as far as I'm concerned. So let's do that. We don't have any more political capital to burn, so that's fine. Good. Click to return to government. I will indeed click to return to government. Okay, what is happening? Credit rating upgraded. That's pretty nice. A nice little boost to GDP and capitalists there. That's good to see. What else? Crime is down. Crime is very ridiculously low. GDP is climbing, so hopefully, yeah, we've got a massive surplus, even though we spent 30 billion on that dead hand thing. So it is good that we actually have a pretty resilient economy. That's encouraging, at least. Whoa, did not mean to click on that. However, actually, no, it doesn't matter. That's okay. Sorry, didn't mean to click on that. Sorry. 30 billion per turn for missiles you never use. Well, you know, you've got to think about it. You need to buy all the missiles, and you need to keep them maintained, and you need to train people to actually use the missiles. And it's just a massive hassle, and it's an expensive hassle at that, but, you know, it's one of those things, and it's great for socialists, because socialists freaking love it anyway, so whatever. Membership is going down. Membership is going down slowly but surely. Of the capitalists group. The Chaos Capitalists, that is their names, isn't it? Let us introduce a new tax. What tax are we going to introduce? An automation tax. Yes, there we go. Trade unionists are going to be happy, and it's going to reduce technology a little bit. But we're going to get yet more money. It's probably going to kill our technological advantage, actually. Probably. Unfortunately, but hey-ho. Fuck it, we did it. Power lines, stop construction. Unemployment is going down, actually. Technology grants. We can bump up spending in. Good. That's good. And also science funding, I think. Science funding is also something that we can boost up spending in. Yeah, and that gives a really substantial boost to GDP and energy efficiency. So that is lovely. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we should have enough. We should have enough of our surplus that will actually cover that. Where are we? We're 2 turns away. We're 2 turns away. Yeah, we do have quite a lot of tech, and that is a problem for internet crime. We have managed to preside over an unparalleled period of high educational achievement and turned this nation into the world's intelligentsia. Congratulations. Well, thank you. A corporate exodus has left yeah, I don't give a shit, to be honest. It's reducing GDP by a little bit, but that's not a problem. Asthma epidemic. Environment's a bit shit. I'm working on it. Nobel Prize. Nice little boost to GDP there. That's always good to see. And we're still running a massive surplus, which is, quite frankly, fantastic. That is pretty good. However, this this corporate exodus does worry me. It does worry me a little bit, actually. Well, let's get the number of capitalists down to 0. I mean, we're on 5.35%. We are so close. We're so damned close. Come on. We're one turn away. Let's do it. Parents do hate me, but I don't give a shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just look at the numbers. Look at those beautiful numbers. They speak for themselves. They absolutely speak for themselves. We got 79% of the vote, the opposition got 6%, and people that didn't vote were around 15%, so that is fair enough. Breakdown, obviously capitalists really did not vote for us. They really don't like us. I don't give a damn. No, I do not. What have we done in our time in office? Well, let's go through it quickly. Health is up 19%, education is up 7.88%, crime is down 50.20%, and equality is up 39.64%. Poverty is down 36.13%, and the environment, unfortunately, is down 22.69%. The working week is down by 17.25%, and technology is up by 6.87%. Car usage has gone up by 5.87%, rail usage has gone up by 3.46%, and of course, bus usage has gone down by 2.71%. Productivity has gone up by 1.26%. Unemployment has gone down by 1.87%. CO2 emissions have gone up by 28.58%. Air travel has gone up by 3.75%, which doesn't really matter, but whatever. Immigration has gone up by 2.65%. Once again, doesn't matter. Energy efficiency is up by 3.32%. International trade up 2.20%. Foreign relations have remained roughly the same. Racial tension is down by 17.62%. Oil demand is up 4.40%. Oil supply down by 11.63%. And the oil price has reacted to that and has increased by 8.01%. Poor earnings are up by 42.01%. Fantastic news. Middle earnings are up by 10.37%. That is also fantastic news. And high earnings are down by 3.70%. Which, you know, is middle of the road, which is fair enough. Private housing down by 65%. Private healthcare down by 20%. Yeah, and the list goes on and on and on. That's pretty much the important things. What's the lowest percentage of the opponent that you've ever got in this game? I think I actually did a video on it. I didn't do a video specifically on it, but it might have been in either my Australia playthrough or my American playthrough. It's you know, it's around 1%. It's around 200,000 people, which is, you know, ridiculously low. So the lowest percentage would be 1%. Definitely. Legitimate leader. You've managed to not only win the election, but take a majority of the entire electorate with you, leaving in no doubt that you are this country's legitimate leader. And a landslide! Amazing victory. There's nothing short of an electoral landslide, which shows that you have fundamentally won the political argument in the minds of the electorate. Electoral success! You have been democratically elected for another term. Somehow you managed to win over the electorate to your political views. Congratulations. Wow-wee! That was a lot of achievements. That was a lot of stuff that we actually did there. Fantastic news. A new situation has developed. Brain drain. That's a little bit unfortunate, but hey-ho. What we're actually going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're actually going to pause up here, and we're actually going to go and play some Isaac, because it's only fair that, you know, we play all the games that were suggested to me. So we're gonna have a little break here. I'm gonna keep talking because I'm a cool guy like that. But we're gonna save the game. What are we gonna save it under? Germany, socialist. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna save the game up, and I'm gonna go and configure OBS, and fingers crossed, everything works out fine. Okay, so let's open up The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, because of course it is it's an absolute classic. Okay. Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Okay, great. And let us add game capture. Yeah, as you can see, I'm pretty informal at this whole streaming business. Okay, there we go. That's position, size, fit to screen. You want to fit to screen? Okay, yeah, I will adjust the settings in a second. Okay, let's see if this works. Full screen on. Okay, is that working? Is that working? Okay, play a nice easy game of Isaac. Play as Azazel. Really, Azazel? Azazel? Really? Is that what you want to see? I haven't really done that much. BOI Rebirth. Just changing the title of the game. Rebirth. Binding of Isaac Rebirth. There we go. Done. Okay. Azazel. Azazel is what the fuck? Why I don't want to do this. I do not want to do that. Screw that. New run. We're gonna go for a new run. Let's for some Azazel. Let's go for some Azazel indeed. Okay. Let's where the fuck is the music? There we go. We can't have Binding of Isaac without any music. I mean, screw that. Okay. Not bad, the virus. Poison touch does some damage to enemies when we touch them. Obviously, I'm not super knowledgeable on the whole item thing. I mean, I'm doing a Binding of Isaac series with Rhapsody at the moment. If you're interested in that, then go and check that out because that is pretty good. Rhapsody is such a cool guy, and he certainly knows way more stuff than I do about the Binding of Isaac. So definitely go and check that out. If we can actually get Wrath to place a bomb on this tinted rock, then that would save me a lot of time and hassle. What are you doing? Come on, buddy. Come down here. Come down here. Really? This is just gonna be fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Well, actually, that is pretty damn good because that allows us to place a bomb right next to that tinted rock and hopefully, that's right, get some spirit hearts. Fantastic. Because of course, being Azazel, we're in the unfortunate position where we can't pick up any red hearts, which is a little bit of a problem. I'm not gonna blow up that TNT if I don't need to. Might as well not do it. And we are going to be shooting some poops up until the point where we're good enough to win the game. I know you could probably say, oh yeah, Open Potato, you know, Azazel's such an easy character that it's easy to win the game without shooting any poops or whatever. And I would say, yeah, probably, but you know, who cares? It doesn't matter. We're going to give it a shot anyway. We could go to the shop, but we only have 5 cents, so I think it's better to keep it. Better to keep the money at the moment. Whoa! What? Why did I let go way too quickly there? Okay, good. Azazel is, of course, I think it's the only character that can fly at the very start with no additional items, which puts us in a very, very good position. We're quite quick as well, which is lovely. And Pin is one of the easier bosses that we can get on the first floor, and that looks like it is indeed Magic Scab, which is HP up and luck up. Of course, we can't pick up this red because, you know, whatever. Okay, good. Down to the next floor. So a strong first floor, obviously not the winning floor that we're after. Oh, we did actually get an HP up. I forgot about that actually. We did get an HP up, so that's nice. These little turret things on the wall, they are a little bit annoying actually, but you know what? They're easy to deal with. There we go. Boom, simple as. And you know, thankfully, if we've got a red heart, then we're more suited to giving up that red heart to deals with the devil. Which would be pretty damn sweet in my opinion because, you know, deals with the devil are the de facto way to win this game. A golden key indeed. Holy cow, that is pretty much essential. Well, it's not essential at all. That was terrible. That was fucking terrible damage. Die, Spidey, little scumbag. Spiders are terrible. I hate spiders with an absolute vengeance. Has the stream actually updated? Did I update it to say the Binding of Isaac? I don't know if I did. Let me check now. No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did actually. I am just going to update quickly the stream title so people actually know that we're playing the Binding of Isaac. Because it would be terrible if they didn't. Wouldn't it? Yeah, I think so anyway. Okay. Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Rebirth, and yeah, does that work? I think it does. I'm not entirely convinced that Twitch is the system for me, but it seems to work well enough. Rebirth, there we go. There we go. Okay, we're back to business, guys. We're back to business. Hopefully everything is cool. I'm gonna put the cursor in the top right hand corner there. There we go. Great, fantastic. Shooting fires, yeah, we don't really need to shoot fires. We are actually gonna go into the shop because fuck it, we might as well. Ladder, that item couldn't be any more useless if it tried, as far as I'm concerned. That is absolute garbage. Spiders, fuck spiders, fuck spiders, fuck spiders. Well, at least the poison damage is doing a number on them, which is something at least. Okay, good. Fuck the spiders. Seriously, man, fuck spiders. Book of Sin is substantially better than Boom Buddy. Fuck shooting the poops, I'll be asked. There we go. That spider could have been a potential danger to us, but we cleared him up. We cleared him up in a very short fashion. Okay, let's go and see what we've got in the boss room. Fistula. I don't think it could have been an any more. Fistula is not really a challenge, right? But at the same time, Fistula is really annoying because, you know, obviously they've got lots of bits that are going all over the screen at one time. Potential for damage here. As I think we already took a little bit of damage, but not any red heart damage, which is the only damage that actually matters in this game, so that's fine. And then hopefully we'll get a deal with the devil. Indeed we do. That is lovely. And Squeezy is a step in the right direction as well, I feel. Mum's knife. I don't want to take it. I took it. I took it.